Hey guys, so I don't normally do this, but some of you may or may not know, I have been smoking for 10, 15 years ish, which may not sound like a lot to some people, but I've noticed a decrease, I guess you could say. And when I run, when I breathe, when I wake up in the morning, just everything just seemed different. And it's been getting worse. And so I decided to do something a little bit different about it, or at least try to wean myself off of it. I've tried the patches, I've tried gum, I've tried kicking it cold turkey, done everything I thought was your average way of quitting. But none of it really worked. I tried it over and over again, but nothing really stuck. And so I was doing some research into vaping. I know. Ooh, vaping. It's worse than smoking in some situations because of the stuff you put in it. Well, not really. It's actually, if you look at the ingredients, I started really doing a lot of research into it, making my own juices, finding out what's inside the coils, how the batteries and the mods and everything worked. And I started making my own juice too, just so I can help cut down on the cost aspect of it, because it can get very expensive really quick, and it outweighs the cost of smoking. So it's gonna cost something to go back to it. And I don't normally speak out to certain, how to say it, um, you know, I don't say like, oh, well, this did this and this helped me when I quit, or I did this to do that, the typical stories. But when I do find something that's really different and special, I will say something about it. I think I did one tool review, and it was something that I thought was really awesome, and it helped me a lot get a lot of things done with it. So that's why I made a video on it, because I thought it was something that other people could use and help. Well, this time it's this little baby. Actually, the setup. Two different products. The box is a Wismec. What was it? A ravage230. Great little thing. Pretty powerful. I don't know the exact specifications on it, but I love the look, the way that it feels. It fits in your hand. I have pretty big hands, so I like it that I can actually grab onto it and it doesn't slip through my hands. It's got a big old fire button on it. This whole fire button, right? Little clicky thingy. It goes. And then I tried one other tank before, and well, a tank in this RTA or an RDA, something like that, and I didn't really like it. It's not that it was bad. It's just I wanted something that had flavor, that would produce a lot of flavor, something that could really keep my mind off of it. And so I was doing a lot of research, watching a lot of people. There's this one YouTuber, Rip Trippers. I'm sure some of y'all have heard of him or know about him. But he's been doing a lot. I don't know how many years he's been doing it for. But he does a lot of vape videos, different products, juices, stuff like that. I know he used to do a lot of coil builds, because I started going through his profile or his video history, I guess you could say, on YouTube. And one of the products that you mentioned was the Falcon sub-ohm tank by Horizon Tech. And it's pretty amazing. I don't know exactly why it's so good. I know they put, what was it? 70% cotton, 30% wood pulp. And this is the M1 coil head, so it's got the mesh. As far as I don't know, there's not any complications with a mesh heating element since you're not dry burning it. Now, if you're dry burning metals, then that's a different situation. But it's a saturated metal, so it absorbs the juice and doesn't really heat up like if you're drilling or welding or TIGging, anything like that. So it's completely different. But the flavor, oh my goodness, I never had anything so good before. I mean, I've tried a couple of different things. I wouldn't say a lot, but it's a lot for me. And it's amazing. I mean, if you get a juice that's a watermelon, I mean, you get a crisp, clean watermelon off of the hit. It tastes exactly like what you think it's gonna taste like. There's no dry hit, or there's no also break-in, so you don't get that weird taste that I had with one of the other tanks that I had. For like 3 tanks worth of juice, I just kept getting this weird, like, cotton taste to it, and I really did not like it. But I followed the instructions. I put juice in the top of the coil, priming it, and then fill the tank up and let it sit for like 10 minutes. That's what he recommended, Rip Drippers. And the first hit was just flavor. I mean, really good flavor. And I haven't been able to put it down. I haven't thought about a cigarette for a while. I'm not saying I started this today. I think I did it a day or two ago, but I mean, I didn't want to just buy it and make a video about it if I didn't think that it was worth something. Because I won't do that. It's just pointless to waste my time and your time. But I mean, oh, and something else, when I was looking at the videos for this, a lot of people did a lot of reviews on the specific tank, and it said like plus or minus 10. So what that basically means is, if it says it's a 0.2 ohm coil head with like a 70 watt recommended, plus or minus that. So plus 10 would bring it to 80, or minus, which being set to 60. So it's a 60 to 80 watt recommended. And it's a common thing for some applications where they do plus or minus, but it's usually not by like 10. It's like plus or minus 1.4 or 0.8. But I guess there's a lot more tolerances with this particular type of application. But other than that, I mean, the flavor is amazing. It looks really good on the Wismec, and the vape quality is amazing. I mean, there's tons of airflow. It's a little loud, but you know, you get used to it. I'll take the juice, the flavor, considering the amount of air and a little bit of loudness. It's pretty good. I like it a lot. That's pretty good. I'll do more, but my memory on my recording device is basically dead, so I had to go through and delete some stuff, and I'll probably make a follow-up video in another couple days and tell you how the same coil head is working out. I believe it's the M1. Yeah, it's the M1 with the mesh heating element, and I will let y'all know what I think from there on out. Alright, have a good day.